that she's put addressed to me, and I can't be bothered writing it all or typing it. So I'm just going to say what I need to say, and hopefully my connection will be good enough. So I'm going to address what she says in her not without my daughter burning bullshit, burning bed bullshit. All right. I want to start this out by first saying, Audrey, I never called anybody a pedophile and used their real name, not once. So you can tell Little Feet to go fuck himself. And here you are again, sticking up for men that you got no business sticking up for. You've got bad taste in men, Audrey. You've had it all your life. You're not, and the other thing is, you're not a tomboy. You're an old woman. Okay, so here we go. You speak of integrity, something you know nothing of. Oh, you're a fucking idiot. The only integrity I've stated my ex had comes from cheating. No, you didn't. And you know damn well that I'm not going to address that because I don't give a fuck. Marty's baby mama error. Audrey, I guess you completely forget that you stuck your nose into my business. See, there's a thing on YouTube that you just don't seem to get in your head, which is held for review box. You have no idea what Little Feet has sent me over the years. And I'm telling you right now, it's nothing compared to what Michael Morgan and you have done. Nothing. I've kept it all, and the dresses. He just keeps changing avatars, just like you. Men like your husband and Little Feet do not scare me. They're all fucking hot air. And they find weak women like you to prey on. And there's a lot of them out there. Like your husband, he hasn't worked in like 2 or 3 years that I know of. And that's because he puts it all over Facebook. You choose your words carefully, and they're all to make you look better than what you are. So let's address, oh my God, baby mama era, grinder, placing people on it. Well, placing people on Grindr and dating apps, did I do that? You don't know. You're just saying that. You're pulling out. If I sat around and pulled out every little goddamn thing you've said in the last 5 years, you would look just as bad. And yet here, and for 5 years, we've listened to you go, oh, I'm above all this. Everybody else is low IQ and low class. No, you aren't. You love this shit. You love it. Using children as tools. You mean like your granddaughter sending me a video, flicking her jizz at the camera? Is that what we're talking about? Classy. That's classy. She's been raised right. You just want to ignore that. Oh yeah, kids will be kids. No. Kids won't be kids. Kids will be what they see, what they are raised like. And obviously, your kids have been raised, and grandkids, pretty trashy. But you'd have your own place. You'd have your own place. Or you would have a partner that wasn't threatening to punch your TVs, wasn't on YouTube, talking about having sex with animals all the time, hating on women, hating on people of color. And you just, and I love how you do. Now you can figure out why Mike doesn't scare me. I never said Mike scared you. Why is it with you everything's, I'm tough, I'm weak, you're scared. You live in a fucking crazy world. That's not real life, Audrey. As for people who defame low-class mindsets, they're also not involved because they're... Why are you involved in this? You know why? Because you're sticking up for another man. You're sticking up for a man you've never met. You've been a terrible judge of character your entire fucking life, or you wouldn't have ended up in the shape you're in. And now you are on the internet sticking up for these same fucking men, the same personality types that have fucked you over your entire life. All right. Okay. Cynthia, remember when you told me Mikey doesn't care about anything when he's drinking? You asked me who is Dave. I don't give a fuck who Dave is. He's a man that doesn't care sober. Yeah, and you stayed with him for 20 years. You left babies around that man. And you're out there as, I didn't live with him for 10 of those years. Then why were you with him? Money. You want everybody to believe that you haven't worked in over 20 years and that you're financially independent and that you've had this wonderful life. No, you've been doing a lot of sucking dick to keep that money coming in with a man like that. Now, you feel the need to chat GPT or whatever you've got up there to stick your nose into my business. Well, I'm going to tell you flat out, it's none of your goddamn business. And as far as Little Feet and KK go, like I said, Audrey, you don't know what he has put in my held for review box, the messages he sends. And he's done it since he came online. And also the other shit he does. So why don't you mind your own fucking business? And it's too late. I've already taken a clip of him and his wife on YouTube over on Drunk Durr's channel. I've already sent every single comment in the last 5 years, well, four years, that he has sent to me with the addresses or the ones he has put on. Some I have of comments in Drunk Durr's channel. And I have sent them to Toms River, New Jersey Police Department. And I have an appointment next week to speak to someone about my concerns. See, that's my right. I don't live in America. I'm not afraid of ice, ice, baby. I don't have to stay silent like you do. I don't have to stick up for the man. See, in other countries, we're past that. Women have had their own money for the last, 30, 20 years. Women don't leave their mothers' houses anymore, young women, without being able to completely support themselves and good futures. Those days are over. And this is the thing, Audrey. Stop sticking your nose in my business. Stop sticking your nose in Little Feet's business. You're a pedo 3 protector, is what you're doing. You're protecting that man. You know what? He's a big man. Can't he stick up for himself? No, he can't. He preys on women like you and KK and Drunk Dur. You ever look at Drunk Dur when Marty enters the room? Yes, sir. No, sir. How high, sir? That's a wonderful relationship. You're with a man that thinks nothing of putting that nasty, vile shit on Facebook. But yet you're supposed to be somebody that you want other women to listen to. Because you're tough, man. You don't take no shit. You'll take any shit that's handed to you by a man. You're desperate. So, Audrey, this is the truth. Stop acting like you know what goes on in other people's channels. Because you don't. Because you do not have access to their held for review boxes. So you are out here saying, oh, you shouldn't be saying this. How do you know I shouldn't be saying this about anybody? You don't know what my experience with that person is. Oh, because you know them, because you've met them on Facebook, and you FaceTime them and talk to them. Like, who are you? You're not a good example. And if you've lived 20 years with that man, don't tell me that you haven't been involved with CPS, or you haven't had to leave your home, or the fighting hasn't gotten so bad that you haven't had to go to your mother's or something like that. See, someone like me, I wouldn't put up with that. I wouldn't tolerate that. You are the exact personality of a woman that protects pedo 3s, who cannot admit to herself that her weakness and her denial is why men get away with that shit. I've said this before. Morning hungry. Yes, this is Robin 2.0. I've said this before. Oh, hungry, you made me lose my train of thought. You live in a country where the top people at your country, the head of the snake, are pedophile and pedophile protectors. Everybody knows it. The rest of the world knows it. There's been more Epstein files released. The one that really got me was some 14-year-old girl. Trump was pushing her head down between his legs, and she bit him, and he punched her in the head. That's your president. And yet you guys will stick up for that man. And then you think you're going to threaten me on social media. Oh, don't you dare mess with my husband. He don't give a fuck. He don't care what he does to you. Oh, go fuck yourselves. Bunch of cowards. I don't know whether you stayed with that man because you were afraid of him, but that makes you, or because you're just like him. Either way, that makes you weak. And I don't care whether you lived under the same roof for 10 years or didn't. That's all bullshit. You stayed with him. You allowed your children to be raised by that vile human being. That's where you start to play victim. All I know is you are full of shit. You lie. Like I said, you don't know what goes on between myself and Little Feet behind closed doors. But yet here you are Sticking up for that man. Just like I'm certain you stuck up for David, who is still an abusive piece of shit. Anyway, it's Sunday. I'm going to get going. Audrey, save your trailer trash. Oh, God. Gross bullshit for your little tiny world there. Because the rest of the world doesn't live like that. When you are with a man that is violent towards you, I don't care whether it's physical or verbal. You resolve the situation, you work on it, and if you can't, you leave. You don't sit there and blow out kids by them and let your little babies and your grandchildren around them. How many kids came in your house over the years of color that were subject to his racist behavior? We know he thinks women aren't shit. He has no problem saying that. And yet you stayed with him. But you're smart. You're tough. You're trailer trash. You're what's wrong with the women of America. You don't hold men accountable for what they do. Matter of fact, you stick up for them. You're still sticking up for David. You're sticking up for little feet. But these are big, tough men that you're supposed to be scared of. Like I said, save your burning bed bullshit for somebody who cares.